Hello, how you guys doing? James here. Hope you're doing fine, doing well out there. Hope you're having a good morning. Well, I got some hilarious. I want to show you a video, and it's not all black guys, but it's some black guys why they don't date other women, and some of this is very hilarious. I find it kind of hilarious, and some people it might be even true for some people. Uh, well, anyway, let's check out the video, and y'all get my come back with my commentary.
When it's time to scale your business. What's your type?
My type is not really so much like I don't discriminate.
Okay.
I don't play in the snow. I don't not like white girls, but
So you have a type?
I wouldn't date white girls.
Is that your preference?
I talk to a white girl, I'd be cool, but I wouldn't date a white girl. But I admire her and shit like that. But
Okay.
yeah, I feel like
I just told you I was white earlier.
yeah,
So you did play in the stuff.
you're not white.
No, I'm fully white.
What you mean? No, what? Rewind that. What you mean I do play in the snow? Nah, for real,
I'm just joking, y'all. Whatever. That's it.
Oh, I never dealt with a white woman before, so I don't know. I don't know.
Good answer, good answer, good
What's
answer.
happening? Like I don't even approach white women. I feel like I don't even know how to talk to them because I feel like they don't know how to. They wouldn't understand me personally. Like they wouldn't understand like what I go through as a black man. It's what can we relate about? So that's how I feel. So I don't even approach white women. Like if I see a nice looking white woman or something, I'd be like, oh yeah, she's pretty. But other than that, I'm not going up there like trying to know your name, none of that. 'Cause it's not about to go nowhere.
Honestly, I don't think I could marry like a white woman. Like, I don't think so. Maybe, but
Why is
I don't
that?
think so. Because I need someone racist like me. Like, I
Damn.
need somebody racist like me. Really?
You don't care about love. You don't.
No, I mean, if I love her and like, it's like, then I'm like, man, she's the one. I found it. But like, in general, I need somebody to see the world. I need to come home and be like, yo, like,
So you need
because
somebody-
because a white woman in general is not gonna see that. She's.
Would you ever date a white girl? No. And my reason is, like, you know how you have the instinct on certain things that feel right and certain things that don't feel right?
Yeah.
That morally doesn't feel right. Like when I see somebody that isn't of my own race, if they're not black, Latino, Native American Indian, or Hispanic, I don't get the connection. I don't get the spark. I don't know. I just feel morally wrong actually doing something.
That's a good answer.
Do you use a washcloth?
No, me either. I think
Disgusting.
Am I scrubbing my body with a washcloth?
Yeah.
Absolutely not.
I know. I think we're.
That is like a UTI waiting to
I think
happen.
we're in the minority. I really do. No, I think we are.
People use washcloths?
I think so.
Like for their body?
Yeah.
What do you mean?
Like, what are you washing your butt with?
My hand. I mean, like, what? I would never. I would never.
I'm crying.
Would never do that.
No.
I'd burn the wash.
Hi, how you doing?
Okay, I'm gonna be honest, alright? I like white women. But I'm getting to a point where I'm fed up, okay? Alright? You are 27 years old, ma'am. I should not teach you how to season food properly. Like, you've been 32 years of life. You've been walking past the season and spice aisle and not realizing you use these. Like, I'm done. I'm done. I'm done with you white women. Latinas, holla at me. I know how to bachata. Black women, y'all, I want you to do my locks. Asian, Indian, anything but. Like, I'm getting tired of plain, unseasoned food. Salt and pepper should not be spicy, baby. Salt and pepper is not a spice.
As a black man, Abby, are there any rules or regulations when it's dating a white woman?
You don't? No, I'm playing. No, I'm playing. Like, I mean, I like white bitches, you know what I mean? But
I don't know, man. I would say, like, if you have to get even remotely aggressive in your tone when dealing with a white woman, like, just walk away. Yeah. Because there's no telling where she's going to take it at all. And that'd be the white woman tear shit, though. Like, that shit is dangerous. Like you said. Dangerous. You're playing with fire. For sure. Once you're dealing with a white woman, or I'll say any other race, but especially white woman, once there's trouble in paradise, keep it pushing. Like, don't argue it out. Don't be fighting it out like you would your black joint. Like, the consequences could be dire. Because she could really, it's mad shit she could pull off and get away with. And then their mindset, they might start tapping into, like, prejudice tropes about black men. You know what I'm saying? All types of shit. In the split second that you guys are going through your argument, all types of shit. It's so easy to paint you as an angry black man. It's mad easy. You feel me? So then, you know what I mean? And she might act on that. So it's never really worth it.
Today we are reacting to why some black men say they are scared or uninterested in dating outside their race, and in particular dating the white women. However, it's not about hating anyone or self-hate. Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, my name is Bernadette. I react to TikTok clips and then break down what people are really saying beneath the surface. And today's topic is very sensitive but necessary. So we are going to watch these clips together, understand. Some are funny, entertaining, and maybe something to learn from. So, without wasting much time, buckle up, hit that like button, and let's get started.
I know, everybody wants to know why I don't date white women. And to answer this question, I just like to start yelling off names. Emmett Till, Jonathan Majors, Shannon Sharp. Y'all know as well as I know that list could go on forever. I like to deal with crazy that I'm familiar with. If it's a woman, you want to deal with some bullshit anyway. I just want to deal with the bullshit I got history with. I know what Keisha gonna do. That white woman, you don't never know. You want to meet my parents? Why? Because I seen the movie Get Out. But no bullshit, my history with white people runs a lot deeper than that. I grew up in the South. They done vandalized my house before. Death or date a white person?
Alright, I cannot click with white girls at all. I don't know what it is, but I just recently got back from a white girl date. You know, I took her out, paid for everything, you know. The date was cool. The date was amazing. But at the same time, I was just thinking too much in my head. I'm like, I cannot click with a white girl. I don't know why it is, but I feel like every single time I start talking or chatting with them, I start treating them like a customer. I don't know why. Like, I use a whole different voice, a whole different side of me to talk to them. Makes no sense. But when I speak with, I don't know, like a Hispanic girl, it's just like, it's easy. It's just because, you know, that's just what I grew up around, so it's just easy to connect, click. But then when it comes with a white girl, it's like, bro, it's just so damn hard. I've never clicked with a white girl ever in my life, although they are beautiful, right? Every girl is beautiful on this planet. Let me just get that out of the way. But I could just never click with them. You know what I mean? It's like so damn hard to do that. I don't know why, bro.
I say my only issue I have if I ever dated a white girl like that, for real, is that I can't live in no code switch, fam. Like, you already go to work, good morning, how's everyone? Then you gotta come home and still be that? Bro, you gotta live in the code switch? I can't do no shit like that. Like, if I date a white girl, she gotta understand, like, man, this is how I am, this is how I talk, man. Like, hey, make sure the motherfucking dish is done. Like, I told you, I'm gonna do this shit, you know what I mean? Like, if I can't talk like that without you feeling some type of way, shit ain't gonna work, bro. That shit ain't gonna work, man. Ain't no way in hell I'm gonna live my life in a code switch. Hey, babe, how are you? How was work? Oh, that's so awesome. That was great to hear. I hope that they give you that promotion. You know, who wants to go get pizza? Oh my, bro, imagine living like that for the rest of your life, fam. Fuck no, man. I like to curse. I like to talk a little shit sometimes. I like to throw little jokes, you know what I'm saying? Make fun of you a little bit, shit like that. And I like to talk a little, you know, I love being black, man. So if I got to switch that up, shit ain't gonna work, bro. So I feel like that's my only thing, bro. I can't live in no code switch, bro. I cannot live in no fucking code switch. Hell, fuck no, boy.
That's some slave shit there, boy. When I be seeing niggas living through that shit, talking all uppity and shit, and shirt and tie everywhere they go, and pinky up when they drink it. Oh, Lord, they done got another one. Damn, I feel bad for that brother over there. Yeah, I can't do it, man. No, can do. Not me.
Scariest thing ever to deal with as a black man is a white woman's tears, bro. Let me tell you something, bro. I was at this girl's house. We do what we do, right? It's cool. We was watching some Love Island, whatnot. By the time it's late as hell and we get done doing whatever we do, there's been spurts of it, there's been sessions, there's been rounds, right? At this point, it's late as hell. It's like 4 a.m. I don't ever sleep at a bitch house. Bro, I'm about to dip. She's getting tired, like, you know, I'm gonna just head out for sure, right? I'm gonna text you. Bro, she just get quiet as hell. She just get quiet as shit. I'm like, yo, are you okay? Like, are you good? And she was like, you're leaving? You're gonna leave? I was like, yeah, I am. And she says, oh, okay. And then I just see a tear run down her face, bro. And normally, I wouldn't care. I would just dip out, right? I would just dip out from this point. I couldn't this time, bro. I was scared as shit, bro. I say, alright, you know what? I'll stay the night. But as I'm sleeping with one eye open, gang. I'm scared for my life. And at this point, before I even went to bed with her, bro, I go to her bathroom, her big ass bathroom. I text my pops. I'm like, gang, I'm sleeping at a white woman's house right now, a rich white woman's house. Here's my location. Everything that's been done so far has always been consensual. So in case shit go down, bro, I need you gonna be a witness regardless. You gonna have to come in. I'm sharing this location. There ain't no, you know, it's like, I was scared, bro. Like, I don't know what she had going on mentally. She was just crying. She got silent. Maybe she used that shit to try to manipulate me. Maybe she had some genuine feelings, but my heart was racing. I was scared to death. Bro. I had to text my pops. I texted my Discord. My Discord was there for this. I was like, yo, for anybody who's seeing this right now, this time of events, if I gotta pull this up at some point, it's printed. There's a receipt for this. Alright? I was scared to death, bro. It was dead ass like 4 or 5 a.m. We were just sleeping next to each other. She was doing most of the sleep, and I had my eye open for the most part. I had work the next day, gang. I came in tired as hell. Bro, I'm looking, like, imagine I'm sleeping, I just got one eye open. I'm like this, just in case. Because I got to know everything that's happening. I got to be able to tell this story, you know what I mean? It was bad. I was scared for my life. It was a bad experience. It was cool all the way up until that point. I woke up late. I was tired. I had to work. That next day, it wasn't a fun time. You got to be careful out here.
So I no longer date interracially at all. And that goes from the fetishization, like that BBC crap, is, ugh. And then you got the microaggressions, the bias, not understanding culture, just not being able to relate. It goes even from like the small things of me trying to make either a cultural joke or sharing a meme that's hilarious, part of black culture, but then not understanding it. Like one of my white partners, she wanted us to go meet her aunt and uncle for the first time, and we're going to go to a restaurant. And so she texted me saying, hey baby, I booked us to eat at the Soup Plantation. And I texted her back. I said, oh, I'm sorry babe, I don't go to places with the word plantation in it. And she texted back, what? Why not? Do you not like the food? I just had to be like, never mind, we can go. So, trying to make a cutesy, like, little funny joke, but just, whoo, the moment died before it could live. And then differences of if something like police brutality happens or something tragic for black people, it ends up having to be a conversation and me explaining why I'm triggered and traumatized. And that's just on top of me already being in a emotional state. Now I gotta explain, and I'm still not really getting it. Someone in the comments commented saying, oh, why do they cry all the time? Or, yeah, why do they cry all the time? Is that three things, I say. The first one is that you're mentioning what's ever happened to you, something biased or racist that happened, and they either don't want to talk about it or they'll get defensive and not understand because you've now called out a bias, an action, a thought that they themselves carry. And so should they accept and process what you have told them about, they then need to admit and acknowledge that they carry those same biases. And what does that do to their ego? That also is the second part of you saying a bias or a microaggression or an act of racism that ends up relating to one of their family members. And so again, should they accept, process, and acknowledge that, they now have to see their family members as people who contribute to racism. And so that ends up hitting home because they've known them longer than they've known you. And the third one is that for white people who truly are very sensitive and loving, that hearing this makes them cry because they can't believe it. It's so hurtful. And it's like, do you cry like this all the time?
So let me say this real quick, right? This is the funniest breakup I've ever heard in my life. My homeboy, who's a Nigerian, is dating a white girl. They just broke up 2 days ago. So I was just laughing. I don't mean to laugh. It's not a good thing that they broke up. They've been together for 9 months. So she owned a dog as a pet. So my homeboy is not into pet, but she probably didn't know. So at the end of the day, she was trying to go to the mall to go get something, and she told my homeboy to watch over her dog, that she wanted to bring the dog over to my homeboy's house. My homeboy said, fuck no, I don't mess with dogs, I don't like cats, I don't like pets, I'm not gonna watch over your dog. Guess what happened? She started crying. I don't mean to laugh, but she started crying. Why won't you watch my pets? Why won't you watch my dog? My homeboy said, I'm not into pets. And one thing I'm trying to make you guys understand, especially the Americans, African men are not into pets. We were never raised like that. And if we must have dogs back home or cats back home, they stay outside and they feed outside, they sleep outside. Dogs back home in Africa don't have a bed in the house. They don't sleep in the house. They don't eat in the house. They don't climb the kitchen counter to go lick plates. Dogs back in Africa don't stay in the same bed with the owners like most of these dogs in America. So now, if you must date an African man, please ask him if he likes pets. Because for me, I don't deal with pets. I don't deal with dogs or cats. I don't even have money to take care of myself. Talk more of taking care of a dog. I don't even have money to take care of a dog. No time to watch a dog. No time to feed a dog. No time to clothe a dog. And I'm not going to be in my bed and have a dog climb my bed or my kitchen counter. I'm not doing that. So for some of you that are trying to date African men, ask him if he likes a dog. Ask that African man if he likes a dog. Don't just assume that you love it. You love pets, then your boyfriend must love pets. He may not like pets. I'm not saying if you love pets is a bad thing. I'm not saying it's a bad thing. But please ask anybody that you're trying to get involved with. If you know you love pets, ask them if they love pets. Don't force it.
If your hands go numb every winter, these gloves stop it, even in freezing wind. They keep your hands warm and dry.
Why do white people always wonder when you tell them like, yeah, I don't date white people, they always like, what? Oh my God, you don't date white people? Like you really think that you're the standard? Like you're just not. It's multiple reasons, and we can start at this thing gonna be 10 minutes, but let's just make it fun. So besides the fact that the lipless community has oppressed our people for over 400 years, and time after time again, every time you tried to speak to a white woman, then we were either hung or arrested, and we have our ancestors that would just be in our ear the whole time, and we have to deal with your family talking about us behind our backs, and the fact that our cultures never even align to y'all. Take our cultures and then you twist it, and then you make it popular and say it was yours the whole time, every single time. Besides all of that, first of all, we just love black women. That's one. Second, culturally, we are different. I've been in Alexandria for 3 years now, and I've been going to the bars, and every time I go, my white friends be like, oh, you don't want to talk to none of these girls? She's hot, she's hot. I'm like, no, she's not, she's not. And then you start talking to them, and it gets very, very weird. And they're like, oh, you probably know this song, and it's like Little John. Like, bro, I don't care. And then once they start doing this, and they start pulling back their hair every 5 seconds, then you're going to jail. Once they get sweaty, clammy, drunk, and start pulling their hair back every 5 seconds, you take that girl home, you're going to prison. A white woman's tears is 15 years. If you've never heard of that, then you're not in the black community. And another thing, why when you meet a white woman in a bar, they trying to kiss you in the mouth? I'm having a regular conversation with this white girl, and she just like, I'm like, she like, oh, I didn't know if you wanted to kiss me. No, I don't want mono, and I don't want to kiss you. And why are we kissing out in public? How many dudes did you kiss this week? Every time I go out, by the time that song come on, it'd be like, closing time. That's white people's get out of the club song. Closing time. And then they start kissing each other. Like once they turn the lights on in the bar, and you see a whole bunch of like people kissing each other, and you would think that, oh, okay, these couples came together. But once you get to know the white people, then you know they just met. They literally just met. Ew. So I know y'all be going raw when you go home. I know y'all be going raw when y'all be taking them girls home. Over and over and over again. That's why y'all keep on having these cold sores. What is going on in that community? That is just disgusting. My mama taught me sanity, man. And I think that's one of the big cultural differences. And a lot of times you meet these white girls, they haven't showered in 4 days. What is going on with that? What's up with that? If you're not showering, cooking and cleaning is not just a female thing, but me dating females, I would like a woman that knows how to cook and knows how to clean. Just a little bit, at least. I can take it from there, goodness gracious. And y'all just going home and going raw? Do y'all not know how this affects your community? Another thing, what's up with the cats? You go over a white woman's house and there's cats on the kitchen counter. What's up with the cats? Look, I'm a dog person. I lay up with my dog all the time. But what's up with the cats on the kitchen counter? When I was growing up, my mom wouldn't even let dogs in the kitchen. Y'all got cats on the stove. Give me the heebity-jeebity. And the fact that y'all think everything y'all do is the standard is insane. Like, even little stuff like vodka, you be like, well, everybody drinks vodka, bro. Remy Martin, me. Another thing, why every time y'all get thick, you be telling me, like, do I look thick? I think I should come down. I should get skinnier. And then all of the young girls want to be thick, and then they want to get lips, and then they want to get rid of. It's like y'all want to cosplay black women, and then get rid of the features, and then get it back. It's like you're in a game of Sims. Like, bro, this is our real life. We living like this. This is not The Sims. This is not GTA for us. Y'all are insane. Anyway, to the Clear Coalition, the Cream Color Colonizers, the Mayo Monsters, this is not to offend you at any moment, but this is just to let you know why we don't be dating outside of our race. Simple.
In conversations about relationships, culture, and identity, one topic comes up often. Why do some black men choose not to date white women? The answer is not simple. It is shaped by history, society, personal experience, and individual preference. Watch and pay attention, and I will share my thoughts later.
Listen here, white people, for all y'all saying I'm racist, I'm so insulting, I'm generalizing people, I'm just a dirty black man with 5 baby mamas and I don't know what I'm talking about, and no white woman ever wanted me anyway. Let me talk to you real quick. First of all, let's go through 2024. Beginning of the year, we heard a podcast with these white people on the podcast talking about how dirty black people are because we use washcloths and black people don't know how to bathe themselves, and they bathe themselves every day and they drying out their skin. That's just one. Second, I heard a stand-up video of Shane Gillis, and he was implying that he would rather live in a country with all white people with no black people around. That's just 2. Number 3, we had Tony Hinchcliffe got on a Trump rally, and not only did he talk about Puerto Ricans, because all y'all talked about was what he said about Puerto Ricans, but y'all didn't bring up the fact that he said around Halloween that his black friends wasn't carving pumpkins, they was carving watermelons. You ain't say nothing about that. Then Tony Hinchcliffe, in
this Kill Tony show, the YouTube show, is the most racist show that you would ever see in your life. It's not even funny. I could see if it was funny. At least Shane Gillis is funny with his racism sometimes. That Kill Tony show is just spewing out racism, and it's not any comedic relief. It's not funny at all. And the same man, Tony Hinchcliffe, is the same man that went on a podcast and said he does not like dating black women, and he's got all these reasons why he would never date a black woman, and they're at the bottom of the totem pole of all the different women to date. Whew. Now, I didn't say nothing all year. Go through my page. I didn't say nothing all year. I never said, oh, this is racist. I never cried about this. I never said, oh, he needs to be quiet. He needs to be canceled. Because y'all said, when y'all was voting for Trump, that y'all are tired of cancel culture. It's just jokes. People need to stop being so sensitive. And this wokeism is killing America. Oh, I didn't say nothing all year, right? I ain't say nothing all year. Let me tell you something. Where I'm from, I don't cry about nothing. I fight fire with fire. If you want to make jokes, I got jokes too. So now you're sensitive? Now I'm racist? Now you're crying? Now you can't take a joke? Oh, all these people talking about something. I was following you until this video. I don't give a... Let me tell you something. I didn't see you make no videos that talked about how Trump's racism was killing America. I didn't see you make no videos about Tony Hinchcliffe, Shane Gillis. I didn't see you no videos defending black women at all this year. The whole 2024, I ain't say a word. Now the last day of the year, I get on here and tell you why I don't date white women, and now it's a problem. I told you about white people's hygiene after white people was talking about black people's hygiene all year, and now it's a problem. Okay. Y'all sat here and ruined America voting for a racist, bigot businessman, and y'all said Kamala was the lesser of two evils when she's the most educated and the most qualified, and y'all said she's not qualified for a job that she's already worked right under the main person that's working. Y'all about to piss me off. But last but not least, for all of those guys that saying that white women would never want me and I'm some unsuccessful broke dude that probably live in the projects and I got 5 baby mamas, let me just tell you this. I just came from eating sushi down on the water with a beautiful black woman, a dark-skinned black woman. Now I'm 10 stories up, you know, with my 5 kids looking over the city, you know, with my beautiful 5 kids.
A homemade recipe with cinnamon that can eliminate the 1.2-inch long.
So, just been a real interesting couple of videos about why black guys don't date white women, you know, and this don't mean at all black guys, but it's the reason why some feel the way they do and want some black men stop dating white women for this reason. And even though and I remember someone said that they all the women that, you know, black men, and they should, you know, Hispanic women is okay, Indian women, black women, African women, Caribbean women are, you know, are fine. But when it comes to the white women, it's because it's that ancient fear that America has never got over it. And it really still is a thing to this day. Now, people are going to marry and date whoever they want to, no matter what. And some with the, you know, some of the code switcher, that's, you know, that's true with some black men. I've seen that within my, you know, going out to different outside the city and going to little rural areas, and you see a black guy with a white woman, and yeah, they have a totally different demeanor out there. Being here in Ohio, I've seen it. I know exactly what he's talking about. I've seen it in rural areas in Ohio, and you see some black women do that when they have white men. It's the same thing. So it's just that they really marry into that culture, you know, into white culture. I mean, take on the mindset and the spirit of that culture and whatever you're around, and that's who you are. But to me, people are gonna be people. You can't necessarily, everybody's experiences, everybody's opinion is going to be different. So don't. What I take away from this video, don't get offended. Every black person, and like I said, there's white people will stick with white people no matter what. And they might be attracted to other races of people, but most likely they're gonna stick for various reasons why they would stick to their own race of people. One is that, you know, the way of life, the way of thinking, the way of cultural, the way of just how you express yourself. You can express yourself a certain way. And this is probably the same way in the white community. And it's just, they have their own way of sense of humor. They have their own way. And trust me, I know from being around and being in white people's homes that it's different. It's a different culture. And, you know, I've always been the kind of person in balance. I never code switch, you know. When I'm around black people, when they see them, if they're cool, I speak to them. If I'm out in the white area, if I'm in the black, if they're cool, I speak to them. But you got some black people, when they go to an area, they take on that area. It's like discussing their own people out there. When they out there, there are some black people that carry it, and you can see it in their response. You might go and say hi and say what's up, and they just walk past you like that you was another white person. A white person might expect to you more out there than some black people. I have seen it. I have witnessed this myself. So you really can't think one side, one track until you really been in areas. And this is just, I'm in just Ohio. I've seen in Ohio, Pennsylvania, Indiana, Michigan, New York, and the neighboring states. So I know I've seen the different personalities of people. So, and if that's what it is, but some people, black men who date and marry white women, it probably was like that in the first place. And so you definitely have, and it's something that it's sad in America that you have to always have that constantly, even though that I've shown on my page that interracial couples go back to like the 1800s, and I've seen some people watch my video on that, but it's always been around, but it was kept under cover, under disguise. White person had to be over a black person as far as, and come to find out that was their spouse. They fell in love with each other, but by America's standard of race, see, it's so groomed into us to see race. That's why black and white people, when it comes to that race, and probably with some indigenous people, that is a taboo because of what some people, by the clear complexion, the palm complexion, what they did. And there's some white people ashamed of what something they did, because like, it's not their fault. And it may be a white person that don't feel like that, don't have that opinion, that was never raised like that. But unfortunately, the American history overshadows that. Just as well, when they see black people, they assume the worst of black people. So you get it from both ends. The hilarious part about the bar, the dogs, that's true. I've been in white people's households, and they let the cat jump in the kitchen, walking through the kitchen. He's spot on with that one. The dog, I was dating the one time. The dog took a poop in the house, and the smell go in there. Let it go down. I don't know. I can't deal. So I understand what the Nigerian dude was saying about that. There's a few other people. Yeah, they people. I mean, black people love their pets. White people, they like eat after the dog and everything. Like, and at the same time you feed the hand, and then go back and have a chip and give it to the dog. And take that same hand and eat a chip after you give it to the dog. And you know, a dog got so many germs on their tongue and everything. Because they lick everything. They lick their butt and balls. And that's why I can't understand how some people do that. That's why we don't let a dog lick us in the face and all that. You know? And it's germs. And it's been proven. And some people, it costs them, one person almost cost them their life. Because the disease that an animal, that they have on their saliva and their tongue. But anyway, yeah, it's that pressure on. And I'm seeing a video recently why a pastor said why he wouldn't let his daughter date a black man, you know. And he was trying to say, well, why not? You know, they said, well, we got to worry about the white race and things like that. There was a pastor, and I might have to show you in that video if you haven't seen him. His name is called Matt, was it Javin, something like that. And he's not the only one that says something crazy like this. People should be people, but you know, race still affect people. I think when you go outside this country, it depends on what country you go to. I think people, black and white, Latino and Asian, I think we can be more. From what I heard, and I heard something recently, he said when people go to the Philippines and different places, that they're just people. We all they sound like they're in harmony, but America has that spirit over it, and it's territorial spirits that racism always rises up in America. And even though we have the most diverse country in the world, and you can make money here and capital, but it's always that point that it always has racism always rises its head, and not just but the other people, and it takes turns. And now we've seen in our time racism is taking turn on other different groups of people, but it always comes back to the original people as the indigenous black Americans in this country. And it's the opposite of people who carry that feel like they should carry on what their ancestors done, which is, you know, blame the blacks. It's the blacks. The blacks is getting favored. Is that reverse psychology with some of these races. So now they trying to push it back on the people. And I say my solution, and that's why for people able to get away with regardless of what race you are, what ethnic, get away from this, man, because it's been programmed into it so deep it's not funny. And there's some pockets in this country that people, it don't affect their life, but when you go outside the pockets of different states and different cities, it's still like subjugating taboo. It's really sad, but you know, that's the world we live in. But if you're strong, if you're spiritually with your spouse, your significant other, to put up with it, whether you're a black woman, a black man with someone opposite race, God bless you, you know. But you know, and your spouse will know too. They're gonna see more and more of it. If they ain't never seen it before, it's because, and the reason why they see it, because it's the history. Some people, everything people see by appearance. And people say, I don't judge people by color. Bull crap. Everybody judges people by color. People judge by their perception. They judge the way you dress. They judge the way your hairstyle. They judge the way people are judging you, no matter what. What kind of car you drive, what kind of clothes you wear, where you live at. People constantly judge you. As soon as you walk into a place, people are judging you. You're being judged. Some opposite race, the same race, anything. And before they get to see you and know you as a person, as an individual. But most people, and they say it and they reflect it in their actions. So yeah. And then one thing, what I noticed with some white people, they kind of like act like they're very into like accepting it, but they'll kind of do some sarcastic things around it with their little subtleness. when it comes to cultural sensitive. And say it's just a joke. But when you can see the spirit behind it. And it psychologically it bothers them. And they can be liberal, sound like they're liberal. I got black friends, I got Latino kids, I've heard it all. Watch a person's actions. And watch that individual's actions. And you'll see. I've been around people long enough. I've seen it throughout my life. And people were cool and they sound like they were down. And some people in their family, and it could be siblings, it could be mama could be okay, daddy could, but brother might be racist or prejudiced. Sister could be racist or prejudiced. I've seen that. But they had to put on an act in front of their parents. But they really don't. But they have some type of reservation when you marry and date in that culture in America. I don't know how else in other parts of the world. And people, some interracial couples can probably tell you that in their stories. They try to kind of walk it down, but they had to go through some things. Anyway, this is what going off that note, but it's kind of funny the reason why some black men saying that they don't want to date a white woman. They're petrified. And you look at what happened to some of the athletes, and there's been cases that even dating an underage white young lady, one guy went to prison almost 12 years and he didn't even intimately just his saliva, dude, kiss, got convicted just like that. I think he's at college and she was like 17, 18, statutory, boom, just like that. Another case, and wealthy athletes, some athletes, college athletes, white girl said that she was attracted to these black athletes. Her boyfriend sat back and told the university that this black athlete raped her. He didn't say it like that, but this athlete raped her. Guy lost a scholarship just like that. So black men have, from their perspective, I can understand why they said that when it comes to the white female. Because the white male, that he sees his daughter. He sees his mother, his aunt in that image. So you just a big black brute. So that's the reason why. And they justify, and then they'll kind of find out. But when a white male do something to a white female, well, he's just being a boy. Well, he's just being a young man. That was the case in college. One young man assaulted a young lady, and he got off. And the judge let him off. He's a white male that does this to other white females. He walked away. Oh, he's just being a young man. Why should he be punished? Sir, he assaulted 5 women. Black men do one had a saliva 12 years. It was a different state, but this happens in the United States. And it was some football athletes this happened to. They lost their scholarship just like that. So yeah, the white woman can be dangerous in that sense. She's hot for the strong, brute jock, but you're taking a chance with some of them, especially, and like he said, the white girl's tears, 15 to 30 years. And some of them know it. And some use it to their advantage to get what they want. Be careful. But so some rather deal with their black woman than deal with that other woman. Think about it. All right then, guys, let this be a lesson. Just be careful who you select as a mate. Young men, black men in general. Do you see what they're talking about? But while she sleep, whether it's here or abroad, take care, be blessed. See you on next. Like and subscribe. See you on next video.